Hi Sagittarius, this is your reading with me for October 2020 for love. I hope you are doing well. So we're going to have a look at oracle cards and also of course tarot as well. And I do want to mention as well, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will be in the description box below as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. Last thing I want to mention is my intention bracelets are on Etsy, so do check those out if you're interested. The link to my Etsy store is down below. Yes, I'm wearing the love bracelet, the soulmate, twin flame, and the singles bracelet as well. Yeah, really excited about these because they're handmade by me, they're meditated with, and they're saged. There's so many different ones on there: evil eye, protection, there's health and happiness, confidence, wealth and finance. And if you want to see how other people have seen results with them, please do check out my Etsy shop. The link will be in the description box below as well. International shipping. The review section, as I mentioned, is there. And what else? Oh yeah. I pretty much told you everything. There's necklaces, bracelets, crystals. There's embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet, or your purse. So yeah, everything's on there. Okay, so let's start first of all with the Romance Angel Oracle cards. Sorry, it literally landed on the microphone. Okay, so you got here, pay attention to the red flags. Okay, Sagittarius, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you romantically attractive. Okay, some of these messages I think are really important. So before you click off the video thinking, oh, well, isn't this just really sad? Don't. Literally, that card just flew out and I was like, I really feel like this is not a video that you should click off of. Your soulmate card is here. So it says, yes, this is your soulmate, which is interesting. And your last message here, and I'm going to go through them as well, okay, is new love. Okay, so I'm just saying, new love. I know for some of you might be thinking, oh gosh, this is not the reading I really want to watch, but bear with me, okay, bear with me. Now, obviously this is going to resonate with some of you and it's not going to resonate with others of you, but I feel like this is quite significant because pay attention to the red flag here. Red flags is literally showing, plural, right, that there may be some red flags that you're overlooking because you really like someone. And sometimes that's okay because you can work through these particular things, and sometimes it's not okay because you might be forcing things. So this particular love reading here is literally showing you that once you love yourself the most and you understand yourself, you understand your needs, you understand what it is that you deserve, you understand, you know, that energy of self-respect and dignity. Perhaps you're trying to chase someone and they're running away and you're just chasing, like constantly talking to them or wanting them to come through. You know, understand that your self-respect is quite important, that dignity is also quite important, and that the more you have that self-respect to sort of leave the ghosted people ghosted. You know what they say about, so some of you might have no contact and you might just be like, oh my god, like I really want this person. They say with the ghosted, you know, when people ghost you, respect the dead, you know, just let them be. So what I would say here, there's this energy of just moving forward, you know, moving forward, moving on. I know that sounds really hard to do, but I feel like that's really important with this particular reading. With the Mercury retrograde, I do feel that this is an important energy here of sort of doing the opposite of what you've always done. Because I see here that if you've been chasing, now is the time to not chase. Now is the time to not chase, to attract what it is that you want in your life. It's about doing the reverse, and oftentimes the reverse can get you what you never thought you would get in the first place. You know what I mean? So instead of ignoring those red flags, pay attention to them, right? Instead of not loving yourself first and chasing the other person, love yourself first. Do the things that you've always wanted to do. You know, have self-respect, self-confidence, self-esteem, like try and build that up. That's going to get you what you actually want. You know, it's going to get you this soulmate, this person that you never thought you could have because you were running after something that you thought you wanted. You know, it's that kind of vibe. And then also there's new love. So for many of you, there's this new love energy coming through. The more you do a lot of this, the more you're attracting new love. So it's also about sort of taking care of yourself. And it says here, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So for some of you, there's someone new here in October. But pay attention, you know, to the red flags. Love yourself first. Know what you deserve first before you just take their trust. You know what I mean? Take their trust. Trust has to be earned, so don't just, you know, give it away freely. That's what I would say, or, you know, just run with it. It really has to be something that is built upon. You know, you can say to yourself like, oh yeah, I really like this person, doesn't really matter, but you have to see what the other person is doing as well and give accordingly. Otherwise you'll fall very, very deep towards someone and it may not be reciprocated, and then by the time you know it, you've caught too many feelings and it's hard for you to then progress out of that sort of hole. You know, so it's hard. It's really, really hard. But what I will say is I think it's really important here to take care of yourself first and to put yourself first and to know what it is that you deserve before you continuously invest, right? So do the opposite of what you've done. The opposite is going to give you results, okay? So say, for example, you're in a situation with someone that you really like, right? And you're like, moonlight, there's no way I'm letting go of that. Well, then pull back, you know, do things that you love. Fill your time up with things that you love. That's really important. Very significant, right? So do the opposite here. 6 of Pentacles. Do the opposite and you might find that things start to balance out a lot more. You might find that the other person is putting in more effort, more energy, right? Justice here is about, again, we need that balance. What have we got in October? We got Libra season, right? And of course Scorpio season, but you've got the scales here. This balance is very important. It's so important that this is mutual and it's not one-sided, because I pick up a very one-sided energy here, which is why this new love card has come through, because the spirit guides are saying for some of you it's best to move on and find someone new who can actually reciprocate and give you what you want. Okay, so things have to be equal and balanced, but what I'm trying to say is that if you've always been chasing, do the opposite. The opposite of chasing is running, but you know what I mean. Emperor. Okay, this person can be very emotionally detached, but I just feel this Emperor here is about you emotionally detaching. This is about you. This reading is all about you, okay? Because yes, you will find this challenging, but it's so important, okay? This Justice card here is about letting things be balanced. Don't let things be one-sided. It's going to hurt you, right? So instead, focus on yourself. Focus on spirituality, perhaps meditation, looking after yourself, your hobbies, your goals, your dreams. With the Hangman card, 7 of Wands shows that it is difficult. You find it very hard to do the opposite. But the Emperor here shows you can do it. You can detach. Okay, the Emperor is not the most emotional person in the world, has a very stern face. But the Emperor knows how to do what they want to do. And sometimes you've got to do the opposite of what you always thought you should be doing. Okay, 7 of Cups, this is your confusion, you know, because you've got so much that you feel like you want to achieve in this situation. There's so much that you want to do. There's so many dreams that perhaps you've had with this particular person that it just feels so difficult to just give it up. But what I'm saying is essentially it's about doing the opposite, right? If you've always been chasing, do the opposite. I'm not saying you have to give up on this connection. I'm just saying you've got to do the opposite, which means that if you have been chasing this person, pull back a little, right? If you've been constantly the one to message, don't message them until they do. And if they don't message you back, that's also an answer. You know, for some of you, you've sort of been between this path of like, should I go for new love or should I stay with what's familiar? And sometimes staying with what's familiar is all great and everything because it makes you feel comfortable, but the real magic sometimes happens outside your comfort zone. And in all honesty, you should be fought for, because I do see here for many of you Sagittarians, should I say, you don't feel like you're being fought for. And that's really sad. Okay, so the Star card here is sort of this energy of releasing, you know, healing, releasing, being able to move forward, being able to take care of yourself and to take care of your own personal needs as well. Okay, this is about release. This is about knowing that there is something else in the universe that can be also really great for you. This is a really beautiful energy of like out with the old, in with the new. And I know for some of you this is painful to hear because you don't want to hear about new love. But for some of you, you've really been wanting to hear about new love. And I see it on, you know, on my channel as well, where people are like, Moonlight, you keep talking about like, you know, someone from the past. Or you keep talking about, you know, singles and them getting new love. But here you got a brand spanking, like, new love kind of vibe, new love kind of energy, the right person for you that you don't have to feel you have to chase, right? This is a person who is mutual and equal towards you, doesn't treat you badly, and you might feel like, wow, I don't have to chase this person. Wait a second, what? You know, Three of Pentacles, teamwork and collaboration, you're on the same page about things. But again, to allow things to balance out, you have to allow them to also put in the hard work. You have to allow them to be that King of Wands. And if they are not willing to be that King of Wands, then you've got to just let them be. This King of Wands is also your energy, how much you put into things, right? With the Sagittarius energy, you are someone that's proactive. I feel like the person that you may be chasing or wanting to do things here is not the most proactive person. They're a little bit still, you know, and they find it difficult to do things. So again, you want things to be equal and mutual. You don't want things to be one-sided. That's just not the vibe we are going for here. Queen of Cups. Okay, so Queen of Cups here is sort of that energy of like emotion, feeling like, wow, but I invested so much into it. It's okay if you've invested things into it. You're only human. But how much is the other person investing into you? That's also a question that you have to ask as well. I think that's very, very important. All right. So yes, Sagittarius, I think it's important to pay attention to the red flags. It's important to love yourself first, put yourself first and your needs first, and then see what happens, right? That's really important. Focus on that in October and see what goes on. All right, so take care, stay safe, bye.